I'm Natasha from 5 New Friends, and welcome to our special edition of Getting Organised When You're New to the City. Today we're going to be following a newcomer to the city who's looking to get their house organised so that they can feel settled and get out and start meeting new people. As you know, when you're moving to the city, it's a difficult transition, you've got lots to do, and you don't know the people who can help you. So at 5 New Friends, we're here to connect you with all the right people and get you started so you can start on your fabulous new social life. And good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming over.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm so glad you contacted us. So I know that you're new to the city and you've got some things going on. Tell us a little bit about where you come from and what's happening for you.
Well, I've just moved after being outside of the city for 10 years, and the city's changed so much. I thought I had an address book from 10 years ago. It's really slim. So I'm excited to meet you and your company, 5 New Friends, and I've been out to a couple of events, but met some great people, but what's in my way from going to more of the events is my house.
Okay, tell me what's going on with that.
So the problem is that I moved and we've got all of these boxes, and I had a couple of bumps where I lost energy. My spouse is really into it, and then I'm not, and we're having a bit of a tug of war on all these moving boxes. So I thought, I don't have much of a network, but I do have you. And what would I do? I would call my new best friend and say, who can I get to help me?
Great, well I know you love entertaining and you want to get started on that and start building your network of friends. I'm so glad you called us because we know all the right people to connect you up with. We've got a great professional organizer to connect you with. It's Chris from Home Puzzle. She's coming over a little bit later today and she's going to help you get started and get organized. Then you can start enjoying your new social life.
That's fantastic. As soon as I get out of this headspace, I can come and meet new people.
Great, well let's get to it.
Sounds great.
Decided to connect Michelle with one of our favourite organisers, Chris from Home Puzzle. And here's Chris, and she's going to just talk to us a little bit about how she thinks she can help Michelle. Hey Chris, how are you today?
Good, how are you doing,
Good,
Natasha?
good to see you. Well, we're just about to go in and meet Michelle, and just as a bit of background, she's new to the city. She's trying to get her house organised so that she can entertain. She loves entertaining. How do you think you might be able to help her out?
Well, Michelle and I have spoken on the phone, and she has explained to me a little bit about where she's hit some roadblocks. So what we're going to do is get down to the nitty-gritty today. I'm going to ask her to share some of her personal belongings with me so we can see if we can maybe make a little more space for her. Maybe what we'll end up doing is just using the rooms more effectively than how they're currently being used, because I think from what Michelle has explained to me, there's a little bit of a pile in the basement, so she can't use her basement at all. And we just want to, talk through some of the goals that she has, what she wants to be doing in there, and day by day we'll just figure out how we can help her get to a place where she's happy at home, her family can be comfortable at home, and she can start to have people in and socializing, because I know that's big for her.
Okay, well let's not waste any more time. Let's go in and meet Michelle.
Okay, great.
Hey Chris.
Hello,
Thanks
how are
for
you?
coming.
My pleasure.
A little scared.
Scared. There's nothing to be scared of.
All right, be gentle with me,
I will be
right?
very gentle. You only show me what you want to show me. So if you're
That's
not comfortable,
fair.
it remains your secret.
So why don't we go back? So what we have.
Michelle shows Chris around the house and identifies some of the trouble spots. She says that her home office and basement are the main areas she would like to address. She then sits down with Chris to discuss how to get started and next steps.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from you, Michelle, is that while there are a lot of things that you may like to address, the basement and your office are your two main concerns. I understand that in your office, because you have to have your office within your bedroom, you are looking for something that's a little more aesthetically, appealing. You don't
Less
want
of
to
a
be,
disaster.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking at papers and boxes and books when you're waking up in the morning. So we can certainly discuss some ways that we can find some easy ways for you to store and access your things in the office. And then looking at your basement, you do need some more space for your daughter to be able to have friends and put on little performances. And it sounds like some of the things down there are just going to have to remain stored. So we're going to try to figure out the best way possible for you to store those things. But if you want, we can get started with your basement.
Did you bring your magic wand?
I've got something kind of like a magic wand.
Fantastic.
Has generally the same effect, just not quite as fast.
expect from today and maybe when we're continue working together?
Well, today's really going to be about getting into some of the boxes that you have in your basement, and we're going to try to identify, is there any sort of system to how those boxes are put together? I would say that's perhaps one of the most important things, considering some things have to remain in boxes.
Right.
So we don't like miscellaneous boxes. We want to be able to
I've been outed. You will find
Well, you're not
miscellaneous
alone.
boxes.
You're not alone. But we want to be able to have clearly labeled boxes, regardless of whether it's a moving box or whether you're someone that stores things permanently in a plastic bin.
Okay.
You want to be able to identify what's in there. So we're going to start looking at the contents of some of the boxes that you identify to me. We can go through and perhaps unpack and disperse throughout the home. Otherwise, we will be looking at the best way that we can free up some floor space for your daughter, and then just move forward from there.
Well, I really am looking forward to this because when I go down there by myself, it seems like this gargantuan task, and we've made a few different attempts at it, and it just seems overwhelming. And it usually is on a weekend when we want to spend time together, and it's taking up family time, and
Of course.
then we walk past it, and it just looks like we're a disaster.
So, what I'm here to do is to help support you through that journey, keep you focused when you'd rather be doing something else. I mean, it's understandable that you want to spend family time with your family, but that time will be a little more enjoyable when you don't have that nagging problem in your basement anymore, I promise.
Sounds good. And so after we spend today looking at a few boxes, rearranging, maybe leaving it a little more visually tidy than we found it, what can you suggest?
You know what? Why don't we wait and see where we're at the end of the session?
Okay.
There's certainly no hard and fast rule that I have to leave you with something to do. It really depends on where we're at and what you feel that you can do on your own, because I don't want to leave you with something that is going to again leave you feeling overwhelmed. Okay. By the time I leave, I want you to feel that you have made some progress, and I want you to be feeling better about the circumstances. So what can be done after I'm gone is really going to remain to be seen towards the end of our session.
Okay.
Good?
All right, thanks.
Let's get started.
And join us next time on our special presentation of how to get organised after a move, as we see Chris and Michelle tackle the basement and watch the amazing transformation.